Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Myself, Mr. Shabir, and I am a student of Binary Institute. I wanted to come with new topic for discussion every time. Today, in my discussion topic, finding your passion, how to discover what really excites you on social media platforms. In this regard, we talk with ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT.
Hey there. Great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Today my session on
Of
topic
course.
finding your passion, how to discover what really excites you on social media
That's a really good.
platforms. In this,
Absolutely. Discovering your passion is kind of a journey. It's a mix of trying new things, paying attention to what energizes you, and reflecting on what you naturally gravitate toward. Is there something you've been curious about or drawn to lately?
okay, my first question, what does finding your passion mean to you?
Yeah, exactly. Finding your passion is really about getting in touch with what gives you that sense of purpose or joy. It's not always a sudden spark, it's often a gradual exploration of your interests, your strengths, and what really matters to you.
Okay, next question. Why do many young people use social media to explore their interests?
Oh, definitely. Social media can be a gold mine for that. You can follow creators, communities, or topics that spark your curiosity. And once you start seeing what excites you, you can dive deeper, maybe even experiment with creating or sharing your own stuff.
Sure. How can social media help people discover new hobbies?
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. Social media lets people stumble across niche interests they might never have known about otherwise, like, say, a new hobby, a specific career path, or even a community that shares a passion. So it's like a discovery engine powered by the people and the stories they share.
Good. Which social media platform inspires you the most and why?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think for me, Instagram really stands out. I love seeing how people express their creativity, whether it's through art, photography, or even just cool life moments. Kind of sparks a sense of possibility for me. What about you? Any platform that really inspires you?
I inspire from YouTube. My next question, how can watching educational content help identify your passion?
That's a great one. Watching educational content exposes you to so many fields and ideas you might not have encountered otherwise. When something really clicks, when you feel that spark of, wow, I want to know more, that's a big clue. So it's like a guided tour of possibilities that help you figure out what really resonates.
Okay, what types of content usually attract your attention online?
Yeah, for me, I tend to gravitate toward content about personal development, creativity, and tech innovations. So if it's a deep dive into how people build businesses, how to unlock creative potential, or new advances in AI, I'm all in. What about you? Any specific types of content that catch your eye?
My next question, how can creators and influencers motivate people to follow their dreams?
Yeah, that's such a big deal. Creators and influencers often motivate people by sharing their own journeys, like their struggles, their small wins, and those moments when things click. They create a sense of possibility, like, if they can do it, maybe I can too. And that personal connection makes all the difference.
Good. Why is it important to use social media wisely?
Oh, super important. I mean, it shapes how we see ourselves, how we spend our time, and even what we believe. So, using it thoughtfully, like being mindful of what we consume, who we follow, and setting boundaries, helps keep us grounded and in control of our growth.
Good. How can social media expose people to different careers and skills?
Absolutely. Social media is like a window into so many careers. People share their day to day work, their challenges, and their successes. So, you might stumble across a profession or lifestyle you never knew existed, and that can totally shift your perspective on what's possible for you.
Good. What role does Christie play in discovering passion?
Yeah, it's kind of a continuous process, right? By staying curious and open, you keep exposing yourself to new ideas, and over time, something just clicks and you realize, this is what I want to pursue.
I should have repeat my question. What role does curiosity play in discovering passion?
Oh, curiosity is huge. It's like the fuel for discovery. When you're curious, you naturally ask questions, explore different paths, and stay open to new experiences. And those little sparks of wonder often lead you right to your passion.
Well, how can short videos inspire someone to learn a new skill?
I think it really starts with sharing your own enthusiasm. When you talk about what excites you, you can spark that same sense of wonder in others. Plus, showing them how learning something new can open doors, whether in their career, their creativity, or just their confidence, can be super powerful.
Good. Why should people try different activities before choosing a passion?
Yeah, exactly. Because you never really know what might click until you try it. Different activities let you explore your strengths, your interests, and even your values. And sometimes the passion you discover is something you wouldn't have predicted at all.
Hmm. How can social media communities support personal growth?
Oh, definitely. Social media communities can be a huge support system. They give you a space to connect with like minded people, share your progress, get feedback, and even find mentors. So it kind of gives you that extra boost of encouragement as you explore.
Growth. What are some positive effects of social media on creativity?
Oh, for sure. Social media can really fuel creativity by exposing you to diverse styles, new techniques, and global trends. You get inspiration from all over. And when you share your own work, you get feedback that pushes you to experiment and grow. So it's kind of this positive feedback loop.
Growth. How can someone discover hidden talents through online
Yeah,
platforms?
exactly. Sometimes just trying out different things, especially when you're in a low pressure environment like a social media challenge or a casual hobby, can reveal skills you never realized you had. And once you notice that spark, you can really dive deeper.
Growth. Why is consistency important while exploring interests online?
Yeah, consistency is key because it helps you build momentum. When you show up regularly, whether it's posting, practicing, or engaging with a community, you stay connected, you refine your skills, and you keep that curiosity alive.
Growth. And my next question, that is, how can online courses and tutorials help people find their passion?
Oh, they're really powerful. Online courses and tutorials give you a structured way to dive into new subjects, so you get a taste of different fields without a big commitment. As you progress, you start seeing what excites you, and that clarity can help you hone in on what truly sparks your interest.
Wonderful. My next question, what are dangers of blindly copying trends on social media?
Yeah, that's a big one. When you just copy trends without really thinking, you can lose your own voice or passion, and it can become really surface level. Plus, some trends might not align with your values or long term goals. So it's important to stay mindful and choose what really resonates.
Very good. How can comparing yourself to others affect your confidence?
Yeah, it can really take a toll. When you're constantly measuring yourself against others, it can make you feel like you're falling short, even if you're making progress. So it's important to focus on your own path, celebrate small wins, and remember that everyone's journey is different.
Very good. And why is self-awareness important in discovering passion?
Oh, it's crucial. Self awareness helps you tune into what truly energizes you, what feels meaningful versus just something that looks good on paper. When you're in tune with your values, strengths, and what brings you joy, you're way more likely to find a passion that actually sticks.
Or how can photography or video making become a passion through social media?
Oh, absolutely. Social media is such a great platform for that. You can share your work, get feedback from a global audience, and see how others do it. Over time, that community support, plus all the inspiration you get, can really fuel a passion for photography or video making.
Mm. And next question, what skills can teenagers learn from social media platforms?
Oh, there's a ton. They can learn digital literacy, like how to navigate online tools, build communication skills, even marketing and branding. Plus, they can explore creative skills like photography, graphic design, or even coding by following the right communities and tutorials.
Can you explain further this
Of course.
question?
No problem. Basically, social media gives teens a chance to pick up real world skills in a low barrier way. For instance, by managing their own profiles or creating content, they learn how to craft a message, engage an audience, and even analyze what works. Plus, by following creators or tutorials, they pick up technical skills like video editing or design that are really valuable in today's world.
Can you explain step by step?
Of course. So, to break it down step by step, first they begin by observing how others create and communicate online, whether that's through videos, blogs, or images. Then they try out small projects, like creating a short video or designing a graphic. As they get comfortable, they build skills like editing, storytelling, or even marketing. And by reflecting on their interests and feedback, they gradually zero in on what really excites them.
Hmm, good. My next question, why is it important to balance entertainment and learning online?
Yeah, balance is so important because if it's all just pure entertainment, you might not grow or discover new passions. But if it's all learning and no fun, it can get draining. So when you mix the two, you stay motivated, curious, and inspired to keep exploring.
Good. How can someone turn a hobby into a career using social media?
Yeah, great question. So you can start by building a personal brand. Post consistently about your passion, share your work, engage with others in your field, and use the platform to network. Over time, you can gain a following, showcase your expertise, and even attract clients or job opportunities.
Good. Uh, what role do motivational pages play in inspiring people?
Oh, for sure. Just keep it authentic and stay consistent. Over time, you'll naturally build an audience that values your perspective, and that can really open doors, whether it's collaborations, speaking gigs, or even launching your own venture.
And why social people avoid wasting too much time scrolling?
Yeah, that's really important. Spending too much time scrolling can lead to burnout or it can distract you from real world goals. So, setting boundaries like time limits or scheduled breaks helps you stay intentional, making sure you're using it as a tool, not letting it control your day.
Good. I should repeat my question, I think. That is, why should people avoid wasting too much time scrolling?
Yeah, exactly. If you spend too much time scrolling, it can really sap your energy, and you might miss out on real life opportunities or deep focus on your goals. Plus, it can create that comparison trap. So, by being mindful and setting limits, you keep your focus on what really matters to you.
Good. How can joining online groups help develop interest?
Ah, that's a really neat one. Learning a new language opens up whole new cultures, experiences, and ways of thinking. As you understand another language, you might also discover new interests, like in travel, history, or even a whole career path tied to that language.
Hmm. What are some signs that you have found your true passion?
Yeah, that's a big one. Usually you feel a sense of flow, like time just disappears when you're doing it. You get this deep excitement or curiosity, and often you notice that you can't stop thinking about it even when you're away from it.
Can you explain further?
Of course. So when you found your passion, you often notice that you don't have to force yourself to do it. It's just something you naturally want to dive into. You feel energized after doing it, and it feels like a meaningful part of who you are, not just something you do.
Good. And how can social media help people discover business ideas?
Oh, it's really powerful. Social media exposes you to so many trends, problems people are facing, and unmet needs. As you engage with different communities, you can see what people are asking for or what's missing, and that can spark a business idea you might not have considered before.
Good. What role does experimentation play in discovering passion?
Oh, it plays a huge role. When you experiment, you give yourself permission to try things out without the pressure of success. Each experiment teaches you something, whether it's a skill, a feeling, or a new direction. And over time, those little experiments help you hone in on what you truly love.
And, how can social media inspire people to serve society?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Social media can amplify voices, raise awareness about important causes, and connect people who care. When people share stories, ideas, and calls to action, it can spark real world change, whether it's about justice, sustainability, or community support.
Okay, what are benefits of following educational creators?
Yeah, that's a big benefit. When you follow educational creators, you get regular access to new ideas, explanations, and insights, often in a way that's really digestible and engaging. It keeps you curious, helps you grow, and sometimes even gives you a whole new perspective on things.
How can online challenges encourage creativity and learning?
Yeah, definitely. Challenges give teens a safe, fun way to push their boundaries, like creative prompts, coding tasks, or even business ideas. As they tackle these challenges, they gain confidence, pick up new skills, and realize just how creative and capable they really are.
Word. What is the difference between temporary excitement and true passion?
That's a really good distinction. Temporary excitement usually comes from a new novelty or a trend. It's fun, but it fades. True passion, on the other hand, sticks around. It's that thing you return to even when it gets tough, because it aligns with your deeper values and interests.
Word. Why is patience important when discovering your passion?
Absolutely. Patience is key because finding your passion often takes time. You might try different things, and not every attempt will be perfect. But by staying patient, you give yourself the space to explore, reflect, and really let that passion grow naturally.
And how can social media help improve communication skills?
Oh, that's a great point. Social media can really help by exposing you to different ways of expressing yourself, whether it's through writing, video, or even live conversations. Plus, engaging with diverse communities can help you build confidence, learn how to articulate your thoughts, and really connect with others.
Okay, how can social media help
Yeah,
introverted people express themselves?
exactly. Social media can be a really comfortable space for introverts to share their thoughts, ideas, and creativity. Since it's often on their own terms, like writing a post, recording a video, or engaging through comments, they can express themselves in a way that feels more natural and safe.
Okay, what role does discipline play in using social media productively?
Yeah, that's a big one. You can be intentional by setting goals, like using it for learning, networking, or staying inspired rather than just mindlessly scrolling. Also, try setting time limits or planning your day so social media is a purposeful tool, not a distraction.
Well, how can social media inspire people to read books or learn new subjects?
Exactly. Social media gives people a window into all kinds of subjects they might never have encountered, like niche interests, cultures, or even career fields. By seeing others share their knowledge and experiences, it can spark a real curiosity to dive deeper and learn more.
Uh, how can learning digital skills create future opportunities?
Absolutely. Digital skills are so in demand, whether it's coding, data analysis, graphic design, or even digital marketing. When you build those skills, you open doors to new careers, freelance opportunities, and even global connections.
Why should people focus on meaningful content online?
Yeah, that's really important because meaningful content creates a deeper impact. It sparks thoughtful conversations, builds trust, and often inspires others to take positive actions. So it's a way to use your voice for something that really matters rather than just adding noise.
Okay, why is it important to follow positive and educational accounts?
Yeah, that's really important because it helps shape your environment. When you follow positive and educational accounts, you're curating what influences you. So you get inspired, informed, and motivated, which can have a real ripple effect on your mindset and actions.
Good. How can content creation help someone discover their strengths?
Yeah, it's really powerful. When you create content, you get to experiment with your ideas, your voice, and your skills. As you see what resonates with others and what feels natural to you start recognizing your unique strengths, and that clarity can guide you toward what you're really good at.
What are the risks of depending too much on social media validation?
Yeah, that's a big thing to be mindful of. Likes and comments can feel really good, but they don't define your worth or your success. So it's important to balance that external validation with your own internal sense of progress and fulfillment.
How can social media encourage entrepreneurship?
Oh, absolutely. Social media is a fantastic tool for entrepreneurs. You can showcase your ideas, build a brand, connect with potential customers, and even find collaborators. Plus, you get instant feedback, which can help you pivot or grow your business more quickly.
So why should people take breaks from social media sometimes?
Yeah, that's really important. Taking breaks helps you reset, avoid burnout, and give your mind space to think creatively. When you step back, you often come back more focused and energized, which can actually improve your productivity and well being.
Okay, and my last question. How can travel, cooking, or art pages inspire new passions?
Oh, there's such a rich source of inspiration. Travel exposes you to new cultures and perspectives, routines break you out of your comfort zone, and art awakens your emotions and imagination. When you immerse yourself in these things, it often sparks new ideas and helps you see possibilities you never considered before.
Can you explain separately three things: travel, cooking, art pages?
Of course. So, travel exposes you to new places, cultures, and ways of life, which can broaden your perspective and spark fresh ideas. Cooking engages all your senses. You experiment with flavors, techniques, and creativity, often sparking new passions in food or culture. And art, whether you create it or experience it, gives you a direct line to emotion, self expression, and new ways of seeing the world.
Okay, that was today's discussion session. Um, that was, I think, helpful for everyone and informative. We will meet with the next video for that time. I love you.